The following presentation was recorded at the NDS Public Conference in September 2020.
Yeah, my name is Boris Gumhold. I'm a senior manager at HERE. I lead one of our NDS teams who is focused on the compiler development. And today I will present the HERE NDS.Live service, or better to say, it's pre-alpha variant, because that's just started as part of the joint development with other NDS members. Yeah. So the main motivation for this activity, so at least we at HERE believe that NDS.Live is the next important step in the evolution of the automotive navigation and automated driving. It enables automotive ecosystem to create and use map data with high update frequency and fast development cycles and optimize operation costs. So these are really big words, but it is, so that's the reality now. And as Fabian already mentions, the quote from his slide, NDS.Live is not a database, it's a distributed map data system, so it's quite different than the classic NDS. I would say classic NDS is good. I mean, there are many projects running cars on the streets, that's great, but it reached its technological limits, and probably exactly in those three areas, or at least those three areas, that's where it couldn't provide more or better or move forward. Huh? So therefore, the NDS.Live is needed a natural next step in the development. Talking about specifically goals of our joint development with other NDS members, so we identified two groups, business and technical goals. Business goals are to demonstrate HERE ability to provide existing high-quality ADAS data through the new NDS.Live service. So we really serve not some mock data or whatever, we serve our real ADAS data through the service. Also to demonstrate basic NDS.Live service setup, so how we can configure it, how we can deploy it in our environment, and then how the users, so clients, hopefully the car clients, can actually discover it, register, and use it. And then to demonstrate our ability to optimize size of delivered content by providing content in NDS smart layers as requested or defined by the use cases of the clients. And technical goals are to evaluate and improve NDS.Live model of modules. So Fabian spent quite some time explaining that this is one of the key new aspects of NDS. So that's what we wanted to evaluate and improve. And also to evaluate and improve reference implementation of the registry, smart layers and services, or smart layer providers. I think these are really the initial key things which we would like to look into. Not as much into the content. I mean, content, as I said, we have. Content on its own is not something, I think Fabian also mentioned, not necessarily the main thing which NDS.Live brings, but how this content is handed over from the service to the client. Yeah. A few words about our team and the tasks. And I added this slide. Well, it's similar, follows up on what Fabian was saying on how difficult or how easy it is to move from classic to NDS.Live. So we intentionally defined this as a low effort activity. So engineering time is expensive. They are engaged in many projects, as we all know, on one side. On the other side, we really want to demonstrate that it's for an experienced NDS classic engineer, it's not that big deal to move from classic to NDS.Live. So all is done by let's say, team of 3 engineers who were working on this within 2 months time frame with low percentage of their time. So that's not full time they were spending on it. And of course, there were a couple of more people, not just 3 heads, but they were moving in and out of the team. So I could say at any point in time, we had three guys on this task. And the result is that we have the setup of basic live, NDS Live service. We achieved it. We have NDS Live registry. We have smart layer providers for roads and ADAS attributes. And we are able to transcode our NDS Classic ADAS map into NDS Live. So I would say the team really accomplished the goals which were set ahead of them. Few words on the architecture of our system. So first of all, NDS Live service is not something that runs on a developer's laptop. Yeah? So it runs into state-of-the-art environment, service environment, our HERE map content processing and publication system, indicated in blue. So blue is all what is state-of-the-art and exists already. It also contains the already existing ADAS source data, as well as ADAS NDS Classic data. And with green, we indicated new parts. So we have HERE NDS Live service, which then consists of a component called publication, NDS Live publication. It transcodes the classic ADAS data into HERE NDS Live data. And then we have a couple of more components. So smart layer providers for roads, topology, road geometries, and ADAS attributes. And we have the registry service that is used by the cars to detect the service, identify what the service offers, and connect and make use of it. And the use case which we support is that a connected car system can request the delivery of road geometries, road attributes, and ADAS attributes as data tiles. So Fabian said this is one aspect of NDS Live. We started with that one, so others we will cover later. The request is by tile ID and content type, and that's what our service delivers. Next slide is about content, so specifically ADAS content, which we provide, but I will hand over now to my colleague, Johan Bremer, who is online. I see him. Hey, Johan, so please take over.
Yes, thank you, Boris. Do you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, yeah, so I just wanted to jump in for this slide to talk about the content that is used for this NDS Live demo. So I'm a product manager at HERE, sorry, to introduce myself. So the content, the NDS Classic map that is used for this NDS Live demonstration is our NDS for ADAS map product. So this product is used for our ADAS e-Horizon and also ISA use cases. So we are aiming to be ADASIS version 2 compliant. The map is in 2.5.4 spec. And it includes all the usual ADAS features, plus everything that is needed by the ADASIS standard specified attributes. So this is a standard map product. It's already used by customers, so it's ready to go off the shelf in the car. We publish it monthly, worldwide coverage with a little asterisk for China, Korea, Japan. That will be a old-fashioned way of distributing, plus also our HERE platform. And soon I will have to add a line to this slide saying that this is also available through NDS Live. So Boris, back to you.
Thanks, Johan. Okay, moving forward. Next steps. So what I described so far, it's really basic stuff, but that's the first step, and it has to be done a little bit smaller. The next immediate step, what we would like to do is, for example, to make speed limits layer available as the new additional content layer without the need to process existing content again. So then again, relatively simple use case, but something that the customers will benefit from a lot. And then let's see how that works in the same setup between our service and the guys who are doing applications. There will be hopefully further steps, because that's what we learned from each other, is that this mode of working is really efficient, and I would say it really produces results rather quickly. The team cooperates very well, so I really believe we should continue this activity. Yeah, that was it. And last slide. Thank you all for your attention and listening. Special thanks for our partners in this joint group. So NNG, JoinNext, Electrobit, Navinfo, and Kleebet Engineering. Special thanks to the screenshot, Serain from Kleebet Engineering, who was working a lot overnight to make NDS Lab screenshot of our map. And of course, big thanks to contributors from HERE. So engineers, architects, product managers who made this happen. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Visit our website for news on NDS at nds-association.org.